Inside Xenia's apartment, Maou was praising Xenia's work after she provided him with a portrait album that was a compilation of all the beauties from the demon family. Maou couldn't hold back his laughter as he thought that if his plan succeeded, the demon race would be a step closer to conquering the human realm. Maou immediately handed the album to Max. After Max read the title, Maou said that it was an act of kindness from him. Max couldn't understand what he was talking about, so Maou explained that although Max used to be in high demand, because of his current situation, he now doesn't have any romantic prospects, also pointing out that Max lacks some feminine touch. The ghost refuted that Max had her, but she immediately hid herself when Maou heard her voice. At the same time, Max refused his offer, saying that he didn't want a girlfriend. But Maou refuted that Max could deny it, but for sure he still felt lonely, and he urged Max to check the album while adding that it only has the most beautiful bombshells picked from his underlings. Max refuted that it was impossible for him to date a demon since he had been slaughtering them 10 years ago. However, Maou said that it's not a problem since demons have 7 lives, so they wouldn't mind a single death. Then he told Max that there wouldn't be any harm in peeking at the album, while adding that men would kill for any of the girls in the album. Max finally agreed, but he immediately threw the album away after seeing Xenia on the first page. Maou told Max that Xenia wouldn't be a bad option, but Max argued that he doesn't want a woman who gets violent when drunk and chases him in the streets while naked. So Maou said that Xenia is wholesome as long as she doesn't drink. However, Max argued that he was not convinced after seeing her outfits and poses in the album. After hearing this, Maou just asked Max to look at the other candidates instead. The next demon on the album was Rebecca, a female orc warrior who was a member of the Demon Beast Corps elite. Although Maou was proud of her, especially her skill as a blacksmith, Max refuted that she was a pig, literally, and he couldn't understand how her skills at forging armor were considered feminine by Maou. Afterwards, Max switched to the next page, and he was surprised that the next demon seemed normal. Maou praised Max's taste before explaining that Distel is an exceptional warrior who is clever and proficient in magic. Then he added that her lackadaisical air around her was also her charm. However, her lower body is actually that of a snake, and Max is really disappointed while asking why can't she be a whole human. Because Max was asking for a whole human, Maou suggested Yvonne, but Max refuted that she used to be human but is just a skeleton now. Maou complained about Max's pickiness, but he was positive Max would find someone to his liking. But instead, Max saw some familiar, powerful foes, and he was surprised that the dragon and giant squid were actually female. Maou asked Max if he found anyone to his liking, but he complained that the album was just a field guide for weird demon creatures. After complaining about Max's high standards, Maou asked Max what kind of woman does he liked. So Max told him that it had to be a human who is smart, chill, a good cook, and a total babe with a sexy figure and dark, silky hair. Maou was wondering if he had any soldiers that fit the description. However, he transformed into his human form instead and pointed out that he had everything that Max was looking for, before teasing him about getting married. Although he admitted that he was just kidding, Max couldn't take his eyes away from him, and he looked completely enchanted. However, someone suddenly knocked on the door, so Maou changed back to his child form. Xenia noticed his bright red face, so she thought Maou was sick, while Max stayed quiet, still flustered. At the same time, the ghost seems worried and suspicious after seeing Maou and Max's interaction. Afterwards, Maou tried recruiting Max while offering him astonishing power, and 7 lives after reincarnating him into a demon. Because of this, Max remembered that Maou had tried to recruit him 10 years ago. Maou answered that the situation is different now, but Max still refused without hesitation. So Maou complained that he didn't even let him explain. Max noticed that Maou was weirdly persistent, but he still decided to listen. Maou excitedly started his presentation about demonic reincarnation. The first perk was a competitive salary. Max was surprised that they were suddenly talking about money, so Maou said that he remembered when Fred mentioned that Max's savings were nearly gone, also saying that his offer would solve Max's problem. Max refuted that his savings were enough, but Maou asked what he would do after 10 or 20 years. However, Max said that he would be long dead by then. Maou and Xenia thought that he was being foolish before explaining that if Max joined him, he would be making 2.5 million yen per month. Max thought humans would be jealous of that salary, but Maou and Xenia also added that demons only had to work 3 days a week, and a maximum of 5 hours a day, with paid vacation leave and no overtime. Max was shocked, and he asked if it was a privilege for demons working inside the castle. but Maou told him that it was a universal right for all demons. Then he also added that demons are provided with a home inside the castle's residential district or bordering town, as well as educational assistance, maternity leave, and childcare leave. Then he mentioned that demons have a durable disease-resistant body with high magic power, and an immortal soul that will resurrect after a period of slumber. Max couldn't believe that they talked about immortality like it was a simple matter, but Xenia provided him with the contract. Max seemed to consider it, but he still refused in the end. Maou asked if he just didn't want to be under him, so he offered Max equal status. However, Max still refused, adding that he wouldn't be himself anymore if he turned into a demon, got money and power, and lived forever. He also added that immortality would be too much for a human like him. Then he politely declined by returning the contract after thanking Maou for his offer. Maou was regretful that he couldn't stay forever with Max, but they didn't force Max anymore, as this was the first time they saw him think about something carefully. Then Xenia kept the contract while telling Max that he just needed to let her know if he changed his mind, while Maou urged Max to set some goals for himself and get his life together. He also asked Max to stop saying that he would be dead in 10 years. Max apologized before saying that he would find a way to make money, also declaring that he would earn more than the demons. Both Maou and Xenia were happy to see a determined Max. Max bought some equipment for recording videos and decided to be a poo-cuber. Maou couldn't understand what he was up to, so Max explained that top poo-cubers could earn a lot of money by just playing games while screaming at their cameras. And then he added that 1 view is equivalent to 1 yen, so he thought it was easy money. Maou thought it wasn't that simple, and he had his doubts about it, so he asked Xenia. After checking the internet, Xenia explained that Max would have to upload videos that garner 100,000 views almost daily just to scrape by, so they agreed that it is not a job for slackers, and Xenia even thought that Max wasn't suited for it. But Maou didn't want to say anything that would discourage Max because it had been a long time since he had been serious about something. However, it went as they expected. None of Max's videos were doing well. Because of this, Maou insisted on watching his videos, even when Max tried to refuse because he felt embarrassed. After starting the video, Maou was excited after hearing his voice, and he teased Max about his nickname, Maki. However, he immediately noticed that Max was just mumbling because of his nervousness. He got bored quickly, as Max was just repeating his words over and over, even stuttering at times. And he thought it was really bad after seeing 14 views on the video. After hearing this, Max said that he was surprised that his videos got 14 views, while looking extremely gloomy. Maou tried to cheer Max up by praising his effort. Max felt better because of this, and he declared that he wouldn't let a tiny setback discourage him, and he decided that he would do product review videos next. Max bought some cheap snacks and candies and reviewed them without showing his face in the video. It didn't go well at all, and someone even told him that he was eating like a pig. He tried singing next, then commentary. But none of it went well, and Maou was the only one who posted a positive comment on his videos. Because of this, Max started giving up, thinking that he was not cut out to be a poo-cuber. So Maou had to encourage him to give it his best and try making one last video before giving up. Then he also offered to help. Because of this, Max thought of something. He decided to start streaming, and Maou was in his schoolgirl form in front of the camera while Max was behind the camera giving him instructions on what he should do. Maou attracted some viewers because of his cuteness, so Max reminded him to respond to the viewers' chat. Then Max told Maou to show off his outfit, and Maou's figure immediately attracted more viewers, reaching 2,000. Afterwards, Max asked Maou to take out a popsicle and review it in front of the viewers, also reminding Maou not to bite it. The viewers reached 10,000 after Maou started licking the popsicle. Some of the popsicles got into Maou's clothes, so he started taking off his top. The viewers and Max were excited to see this. However, the stream stopped as they got banned for violating poo-cube's policies. Because of this, they could only admit that they were really stupid. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and look forward to the next part.